Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is our 67th weekly call. I'm your host, Jen McEwen. Hashtag or no hashtag UPThailand. You can guess what the country of our week is now. This week, I'm going to bring up on stage Christopher O'Connell and Jesse Adams.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing?
Happy Thursday, guys.
You know what I just realized? If this is our 67th weekly live stream, in 2 weeks, it's going to be very nice. We're gonna have to.
Oh gosh! I was like,
things get turned upside down and back around. Yeah. Like that, Chris. I like it today.
Thank you. You know, I'm as long as I'm spending part of the summer in Europe, I do love my cowboy hats. I do wear my cowboy hats in public, but once in a while I wear a more Italian kind of hat out and about. So I thought I'd give it a try.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone. So speaking of attire, Jesse, I noticed before we went on live, you're wearing a very appropriate T-shirt this week.
Oh yeah, this is my GitHub Octocat. So if you guys are not familiar, GitHub's mascot is a octopus cat, and we've been pushing. We have a 1 week deadline to deliver for the community, so we've just been pushing a lot of code. So I thought I should wear my GitHub T-shirt today.
That's an appropriate attire. I like it.
Yeah. Hi from India. Hey, what's up? Hello. Hi, Cynthia.
So just, I think your mic is a little quiet. Can you put it a little bit?
What's that?
I said, I think your mic is a little quiet. Can you turn it up a little bit?
I'll try my best. Is it better now?
When you're closer, I can hear you better.
Okay. I'll get it closer.
Yep.
I'll just talk closer to it.
Perfect.
Hello. Yeah. So is that the Thai flag right there?
Oh yeah, Thailand. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys had what was her name? Oh, Nung Ning. I thought Ning Ning. So my family, we had nicknames growing up. So my older cousin is Ning Ning. My older sister is Ming Ming. I was Jing Jing, and my little sister was Kuk Kuk.
Oh man! Why did you guys all get the cute ones? You got Kuk Kuk. That's funny.
Anyway, so you guys had a good week, huh?
Asian people love the root. They always love like the double name, right? Yeah.
What?
Asian people love the double names. Jing Jing Ling Ling. Yeah.
Yes. Well, Filipino, we also think like things like boy or something like that. But anyway, so you guys, what's been going on this week? Asking you like as if we don't talk every single day.
Well, literally, I have a relationship with GitHub and merge conflicts, and we really want to have a great end of the month. So all of us have just been pulling all-nighters, and the team's been really pulling through. We said the 28th, we're going to deliver some good stuff. So we got 1 week left.
Yep. Exactly a week. I'm very jealous that you actually have enough time to have a relationship with GitHub. Mine might be more just better described as a codependence.
Hey, Tim. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't even try it anymore. But well, I've been having a song stuck in my head for the past few days. And I know it's driving everybody around me crazy. Well, actually, there's not really anyone around me. There's a cat. I'm cat sitting, so the cat can't complain. But have you guys watched K-pop Demon Hunters?
Of
Tim,
course.
he's in the chat. He turned me on to this. And he's like, you're going to want to watch this. It's a really fun show. I know it's for kids, but the music's really fun. And it is great music. And there's this one song about I'm going up, 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 blah, 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 blah. I don't know how the words go.
Yeah.
And it's so good. But then I'm thinking, hey, wait a second. This could be my the theme song for UpRock for forever.
Any song that's about up in our token, I approve.
I mean, I like where your head's at. But can somebody tell me about K-pop Demon Hunters? Because I feel like it might be from a different part of the internet that I usually hang out on.
Netflix.
First of all, it's an amazing movie, so watch it and you're welcome. It's on Netflix. It's pretty great. Your kids will actually love it.
I mean, that's not saying much. Megan is on Netflix too.
Oh no, This is actually
It's like the #1 show or
Yeah.
movie on Netflix. It's got some of the music. I think that song I was just
Hey, Marl.
terribly mimicking. Golden was like it's a top hit globally. There's a bunch of I mean, the premise sounds silly for an adult, but it's a really fun movie. It's a movie about it's an animated movie about this K-pop band who protects the world and people from demons through the power of song. And then some demons come up and try to like take over the world, and they are also infiltrating through their power of song. But the music's actually really
it's
good.
like an animated version of that Joss Whedon musical episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I couldn't tell you.
Who the hell are you? What did you do with? No.
Yeah.
You must have.
I don't watch Buffy. Loser.
What?
What? I don't know.
How can you not have? Okay, I'm just warning you. Next time we're together, there's gonna be some kind of a there's gonna be some kind of a like episode of Buffy on every screen. It's gonna be like an episode of Buffy, like just
Buffy was pretty fun, old school.
Was it? You're not vindictive, huh, Chris?
Someone's hating on K-pop here.
Wait. I'm not hating on K-pop. So here's the thing. I haven't really heard about this, but I'm very open-minded about this. Like,
I'm telling you right now, it's pretty damn good. Yeah, you'll
like it. Your kids will love it.
Yeah. I mean, I just admitted I liked Buffy. I liked Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. That was a book. I think.
Oh, that's a great one.
Show or movie, but that was good. So like, I'm fine with like genre crossing stuff. I just hadn't really heard about it. Here's the thing. With the thing that I've been seeing a lot lately. There's been this movement to whenever a web server thinks that you might be scraping it to return dubious Asian style anime images instead of the web page people asked for, and that's just kind of been my exposure to that kind of stuff in the last couple of weeks, which is a little awkward, but
well, you'll
I don't
like
know, the internet's a dark place, but K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's very fun. I think a lot of the music. I mean, it's from Korea, but I think a lot of the main singers are Korean American, and also just Korea and America have very similar pop styles. I think. So I think you like Katy Perry.
I do. I like. You guys know how much I love Korea, like both Korean culture and South Korea specifically. It's absolutely. No North Korea for me. That ain't me. But no, I'm not. Just so anybody knows, I am not dissing on K-pop at all. K-pop is actually great. K-pop Demon Hunt. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And I gotta push back on this, Drew. Is K-pop the Milli Vanilli of this generation? I gotta say, definitely not. These singers, they're training hard. A lot of them are training for like a decade.
Taylor Swift is the Milli Vanilli of this generation.
No, she is not. What are you talking about? She writes and sings. She writes her own music.
Nah,
I'm not even a Swiftie.
I'm not on Team Swift. You are apparently.
I don't even listen to her music, but I appreciate her background. Anyway, I think we're going off the rails. Let's get into. They don't care. Nobody's tuning in to hear us talk about K-pop and Taylor Swift.
I thought it was something about Taylor Swift. In like 2 minutes, the entire internet pours into this live stream.
Yeah, right.
That's how you get a lot of viewers. You just like say something about Taylor Swift or something, or Justin Bieber, and make it not so nice, and then they'll come in and you can tell them all about UpRock. Anyway, let's not do that.
Exactly.
But the key takeaway is the song "Up Up Up" is a good song for UPT.
It's a good theme song.
It is, and it is up Thailand this week. It is weekly call number 67. On our agenda today, we're going to actually make this one pretty short, guys, because like Jess said earlier, we have a week. We're going to be delivering some great stuff to you. That's our deadline. And so we got to get back to work. So we're going to make this one pretty quick. We'll go over a recap and a update on our UPT and MOCA with a Mocha Network collaboration. We're into week 2. We got some ambassador updates. We're talking about Thailand week, quick product updates, and then we're going to get out of here so we could get back on GitHub.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, I ideally we actually don't spend too much time on GitHub and get back on code, but you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus,
yes,
some
you're right. But
conflicts
we don't
work
want to be
sometimes.
on. I was just trying to tie it back to the shirt, but yes, technically, no, we're not going to be on GitHub. Okay. So this is week 2 of our collaboration with Mocha Network, and there is a
Cool.
week 2, and it's a 2-week campaign. And there's a prize pool of 30,000 UPT and 3,000 MOCA. And here's what it is. Super easy. We just want to hear you say G MOCA, GM, good MOCA, good morning. And just post a photo of what is your morning view. It could be your commute. It could be your breakfast. It could be your pets, whatever.
Yep.
Maybe just not the John. You know, we don't want to see we don't want to see that morning routine. But just post that up on X, and we will pick 15 winners from 15 different countries. So it's very important that you tell us what country you're coming in from, and what. Yeah, it's very important to tell us what country, because we're only going to pick one winner per country. And also follow Mocha Network. It's Mocha_Network, MOCA, and UpRock.com.
Yep.
And there you go. Just tell us what your morning's like. I thought last week we showed a few of them. You guys want to see some more?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Maro,
I actually last week I'd seen some of them already. This week I haven't even been on X at all this week, so I haven't even checked out any of those feeds.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of fun stuff from Maro. Let me see, make sure I have the right tab up here. Okay, here we go. Is this big enough? Should I make that bigger?
Give it a couple clickies. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Oh, some of these aren't going to be okay. Here we go. Here's from Thailand. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's super cool. Tanzania. Ooh, that looks delicious.
It looks like an English breakfast almost, right? A little bit with the beans,
English breakfast
beans
looks
and
like
coffee, beans, coffee, and eggs. Yeah.
No, that looks so much better. I'm sorry
That does look better.
if anybody in England, but that looks so much better than English breakfast. More from Thailand.
Nice.
Lovely.
Cool. Country week. Whoa.
Oh, hey, that's a nice view too. Nice tattoo.
Whoa, that's actually pretty.
Wait,
nice
are you looking at tattoos here?
Yeah, that's intense.
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
That's a nice house. And this is from Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, lovely. Indonesia, I love. All right. Well, you know what? There's more stuff on there that I want to share, but I'll share some more stuff later because there's actually, while I'm there, maybe I'll just do it now. Wait, hang on. Let me do that later. I want to talk about finish talking about this. Okay, so we're in week 2. This is the last week to do that. So please go ahead and make sure you post up your GMOCAs. And make sure again to tag us, follow us, and tell us what country you're coming from, because we're picking 15 winners from 15 different countries, but only one winner per country. And you can post more than once. It's nice to see what your morning view is. You know, morning views can change, so you can post more than once. Have you guys posted yet, Chris, Jesse? I mean, we're not.
I haven't done that in a while, but you know,
I have not posted. I haven't posted anything on X since it's been a
Look
decade.
at the nice view. Look at the sun today. It's I'm blocked by buildings, but
what I was thinking is this: if we're only going to pick one winner per country, I'm gonna go to like San Marino and Liechtenstein the day before it ends and just do a good morning from each of them, and then
like what, Easter Island or something.
Well,
that's part of Chile. That's part of Chile.
It is? Oh, okay, okay.
But you also got that cool stuff in Romania. I know it means something else, but the locals were joking how it looks like a bloody potato on a spike.
Oh, that monument thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little strange. I mean, if I was gonna post from Bucharest, I would just go to a pastry shop and take a picture of the morning pastries coming out of the oven. That'll put a tear to your eye, a tear of hunger.
Yeah. That's definitely already got me salivating.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So anyway, guys, 2 weeks. This is your last week. Make sure you send us your pictures. Let's move on to We got some ambassadors, ambassador updates. So our ambassadors, this is Chandan from India, is going. They're doing their latest goal with us, or what they're working on now, is localizing. This is why we have ambassadors in different countries, and we're looking for more, but to localize UpRock. And they're starting off with our FAQ as the first move, and they're also sharing videos. You can see there's one here from Chandan in India, and also Seven and Will and Primal also shared some more videos on our X. So go check those out, x.com/uprock.com to check out their videos.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Those videos are great.
Great videos about staking. And now we've got some great videos about FAQ, and we'll see these localized in those regions. So far, it's Vietnam, India, Brazil, and France.
Nice. Yeah, awesome work, guys. We watched them all, so they're really fun.
I watched them with Google Translate or with Translate on.
Yeah, that's
see how good it is. I don't speak any other languages well enough. I hardly speak English. So anyway, it's really good to see. Speaking of X, so guys, I was just sharing this. I just noticed this as we were going through the photos, and there was some stuff I wanted to share. So have you guys been playing around with Grok?
Yes.
With a Grok, I mean, the Grok video?
Yeah.
I know where you're going with this because I've seen some of the stuff you're working on. It's pretty cool.
It's fun, right? Like, so I think Rod's made this from one of our photos or images.
Yeah.
I think you have to explain this a little bit more to people, because otherwise, if one doesn't know the background for this, then it's sort of like, oh, okay, cool, they posted a video, but yeah, explain why this is. Wow,
this is so cool. So during one of our burns, so, our token burning, we had this this image of our dog Rocket, the UpRock dog Rocket, dressed up as Smaug and his his bed of gold. And all you do is just with Grok. This is free now. It's free for everybody. You just download the
on iPhone only first. Only on iPhone right now.
Only
Android
on iPhone, yeah. It's a separate app, and you just download this app and you can upload your pictures, and then Grok automatically just immediately animates it. It's really fun. So there's like this
because Midjourney is actually pretty expensive, and you have to pay for this. And Midjourney has a good version of it too, but you have to pay. This is totally free, but it's iPhone only, and it's pretty. And then you can prompt it or just press the button and say there's like 3 prompts: custom, fun, or like just normal. And then it'll just kind of get it, and it's nice because it's free. Yeah,
I love it. I think it's super cool. I mean, I've been playing around with a lot of them. I kind of want to show the one I did of which one should I show? I want to show the crazy one I did of Chris. I don't know if I can show this one. It also does sound, but anyway, I don't know.
Does it work?
What?
Does it work?
Let's see. I'll find out.
I don't care. You show whichever one you want to show. That's fine.
Yeah, there's a one with the Wired magazine cover. You have that one?
Yeah, I do. Let me see. It also, it adds sound to it. Well, here's one of Chris cheersing. Let me see if I can change this this view here. Oh, I can't share a window, Slack. Okay, here we go. Okay, you guys see this one? This was a few years ago. We were Chris. I don't know if you recall. I don't remember what we were celebrating, but it was something big, and you had a bottle of champagne. And I'm pretty sure
we were celebrating that shirt, because that is an excellent shirt.
It's a beautiful shirt. And yeah, we were just. So it's just you start off with this video or with this photo, and then I selected fun.
And it animates it. Hey.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying there. But,
I think we should go.
It's gibberish.
It's got to be more intense than that. Oh yeah, here's
another one.
In our previous startup live, we were on the cover of Wired magazine, and this is the actual cover, or not a cover, but we were on it. And so you animated this one.
This is the photo.
This is the photo.
This is. Oh, that's so weird.
Apparently, it thought we were all a little bit drinky.
And then I like this one of Tim. This was just a really nice photo I had of Tim.
UpRock's t-shirt, nice.
UpRock t-shirt when we were in Dubai last year, and I said, okay, let's do this one in fun mode as well.
Oh, wow!
Too much fun.
Anyway,
Pretty
this
much
is so fun.
Dubai was, I mean, it was a hot day, so that makes sense.
Anyway, guys, check those out. Maybe well, so far it's only for iPhone, but when it comes out on Android, I think Roz is Roz. Maybe there's a campaign there. Show us your fun Grok animated.
Yeah. And it's interesting because talking about AI, just as with crypto, there's been a lot of these so-called experts lately. I've seen a lot of this in the last week or two, where people are, I saw something today on Hacker News about, 95% of companies that have spent money on AI they've seen no value in it. Like, okay, guys, you're just not looking. Like it's sort of become in the last week or two, it's become kind of the thing if you're a tech, serious tech influencer type to poo-poo AI, like, oh, it's all going to go away, and AI will only exist as spell checkers in 5 years or something like that. And like, it's just like the same as the people with crypto who are like, yeah, I'm expecting crypto to go to zero any day now. Like,
yeah,
okay, you expecting the Earth to stop spinning too? Like, it's just mind-boggling to me. I do look. Let's be honest. There's a lot of things in AI that we don't know yet. And some of the use cases that are being tried and proposed right now probably won't pan out, or maybe won't pan out the way, undoubtedly, this is a new technology. We're going to see a lot of changes going on. We're going to find the use cases that work. But as a programmer, I can tell you that programming is never going to be the same again. It's like the invention of the typewriter. No, it's more than that. It's like the invention of the word processor, or even maybe more so, it's like the invention of Excel. Accounting and project planning and management, all that kind of stuff before Excel versus after Excel are completely different. AI is going to be like that for programming, for damn sure. Other fields, we'll see. I think certainly we see for creative things like this, where it's going to be a big influence. Even if all it is used for, even if final products, in a couple of years, there will probably be a big pushback, just like there was in movies where it went, hey, practical effects. Well, there's going to be a big pushback about, real photography versus, lots of AI. But I predict, that's my prediction, by the way. But it's super useful. It's super useful for storyboarding, for putting together quick stuff like that. I mean, for all kinds of things. It is. And so I don't know. So anyway, to anybody who's out there going, oh yeah, AI is a flash in the pan, we're gonna, no, guys, you're wrong. AI is cool. It's gonna be here. We're gonna adapt it. I also think, as I've said before, all of the doom and gloom stuff about how AI's AI's gonna be the end of work, and the economy's gonna crash, and I don't get it. There's lots of people who are looking for doom and gloom in everything. One of the best quotes I ever heard about this was from a YouTube channel that I watch occasionally, finance channel, and he was commenting about people who predict market crashes, and he goes, and the thing about the guys who got 2 of the last 24 market crashes they predicted right is stop clock is right twice a day. So yeah, there's going to definitely be a little bit of an AI winter coming, I think. But not too soon, but it'll be coming. But in the meantime, this stuff is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be some great stuff. To your point about like visual arts, I definitely think we're gonna come to a point where just like we have USDA certified or FDA, just different certifications. I think we'll get to a point where we want like certified, human made when it comes to like visual works. And it just makes you appreciate it more. I said this before in a previous stream. I love stunt works. I love any kind of choreography, whether it's like people or with like cars or just any kind of stunts. I love it. And it's just been kind of a bummer lately because a lot of stunts have been, Michael Bay type stuff. It's all CGI. The first Fast and the Furious was fun, but then the ones after that, they just got ridiculous, even more ridiculous. But then there's a movie came out called The Fall Guy, and it was all stunts. Like, it's so much better knowing it was made by a person. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, but as far as like the fear stuff too, I totally understand the fear because of course it's an uncharted territory. This is something completely new. And we're very lucky to be alive at the time when quite possibly we've created, I think we're a ways off, but quite possibly alive at the time, the germination of a new life form. And it's so cool to be alive right now. The only best time to be alive, this is the best time to be alive, and the only better time to be alive is tomorrow. And just very excited for what's happening. But I totally understand everyone's fear because everything's up in the air. Who knows what's going to happen? And when it comes to in each of us, our way of making a living, who knows what's going to happen? Things will change. And that's why it's also very important that we take things into our hands. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, everyone knows this, but crypto, having this, digital currency, different ways of earning income, passive income with things like UpRock, with things like any type of way of passively earning while you're also doing the regular stuff that you already have been doing, because you got to put your eggs in many baskets right now, because who knows what's going to stick. But I think what we know will always stick is having your own, putting power back in your hands. And I think that's what crypto and passive earnings, things like that, really help with. Really do, not help with. They actually do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have lucid dreams all the time, and it's hard to explain to people. I'm excited to just actually explain it to AI and then force my friends to watch my dreams.
Now you don't have to tell them; you can just show them.
Like, hey, this is what I dreamt last night.
On second thought, I've changed my mind. We should end AI.
People were like, "You're nuts! Never show that to anyone in public."
Chris is like, it's like the thing. He's just like, kill it with fire.
yeah.
Well,
No,
that said, yeah, I am looking forward to what I also think it will teach us how to maybe possibly communicate better, because in order to talk to it, you have to be very, very thoughtful of how you speak to it, because it's still learning, it doesn't have human nuance yet. So possibly better communicators, what you say. And then 2, it could also make us more degenerate communicators, because we'll just communicate through these quick memes that we can make. But I also like that too.
I find myself typing. I mean, when we're such a remote team already, and we've been this way for forever, we write a lot. We have to, because I need to put my thoughts down so that someone reads it while I'm sleeping and then respond, or on Slack or something. We're constantly in Slack. Before that was Skype. So I find myself writing even better now, because I'm constantly trying to fix what I'm saying, or I'll like say, hey, improve this, but keep it in my writing style, and then it'll actually be a little bit better. I'm like, oh, that's a better way of saying it. Nice,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what I do is now that Jesse has AI to help him turn 1 paragraph comments into 7 paragraph comments, I use AI to turn it back into 1 paragraph comments. Here's 20 years of Jesse's comments, the short comments, and now take this long thing and turn it into a short one that sounds just like one of those. It's perfect. We both use AI. He uses AI to make it longer, and I use AI to make it shorter again, because he'll send me like an 8-page document. I'm like, yeah, ain't nobody got time for this shit. So toss it in AI, tell it to
That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. Yeah.
It's perfect. There's that perfect meme going around. Chris, has been around for a while. You should just save this so you can give it to Jesse. But it's basically a tweet. Some guy says, "I ain't reading all that. I'm sorry that happened to you," or "Congratulations," or something like that. Whatever, whichever one. But I'm
so sorry, and absolutely congratulate you. So yeah, it's and I think this is one of the things as we learn these technologies. It is one of those things where we're going to have to adapt to it and figure out, like, okay, sometimes the point actually, even if I write something by hand, actually, sometimes the point is to ask the AI to make it shorter. Yeah. Because I'll be sitting there and I'll write down, tons of ideas, and they're a little bit disjointed and scattered, because maybe I'll be working on my notebook over the course of a couple of days. And then when I'm ready to share it with people, it's like, actually, I know nobody's going to spend an hour reading over my, fever dream notebook ideas about how we implement something. Make it 1 paragraph that really conveys the key points with effect. And then people are much more likely to actually read it. So
yeah.
Or send it to their AI and ask them to make it 1 sentence.
So I just got a note. I won't say, we don't have to go. I just want to point this out real quick. It's a quick tangent, but we got a lot of viewers now today. Some weeks it's like we get a lot. Some weeks, some weeks we just get a lot more than other weeks. We got a lot more right now. And
right.
And I did say earlier, we mentioned K-pop and Taylor Swift, T Swift, and then this happens. So Maybe the Swifties are here, so we should tell them about UpRock.
Nice. Make the most of it, Jen. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
No, but actually, Roz is right. It's not the Swifties. It's our friends in Thailand. I bet it's our friends in Thailand, which brings me to the next slide, which is our country of the
Week.
in Thailand.
Sorry,
Lovely country.
Hello,
So,
hello.
okay, do you remember? I don't recall. Is it Swati Ka or Swati Cup for me?
For men, it's Swati Krap, I'm pretty sure.
Swati Krap, and then for me, it's Swati Cup.
There are people in Thailand in the chat, so if we're saying it wrong, let us know. But I think that's right.
I know I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, beautiful country. I haven't been to Thailand in like 20 years. I had the most amazing time. It was awesome and great food.
There's a lot of crypto events in Thailand, and there's a lot of conventions there and like accelerators. And I can't imagine though actually getting anything done productively in Thailand, because I would just want to. It's just too beautiful, like amazing there. It's like living in paradise, you know. Like there's a couple of crypto events that are on the beach, and I can imagine like just those conventions are just hanging out.
Oh, well, you know what? The thing is that you just got to go when it's really hot, and then you have an air-conditioned place, because then you won't want to leave, you know?
Right.
Go during the hot season,
True.
and then you'll stay inside. I mean, a lot of people are going to Bali and Thailand for locking in. So they can make it work. I'm sure
there
we
you
can.
go, Jen. Clap for the men. That's what I thought. Yeah. Swati clap.
Oh, so Swati Ka. Okay, Swati Ka.
Clap.
All right, folks. So if you are in Thailand from it started on the 18th through the 25th, so you got about 4 more days left. You double your earnings. There's not anything you got to do. You just have to make sure the app is you got the earning turned on and you got the app running in the background. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I'll say it again. If you've got an iPhone, because of iOS's rules, they don't like apps running in the background for too long, so they tend to kill them pretty quickly. So to not disrupt your earnings, we highly recommend turning on notifications.
Yep.
And you can also put the UpRock widget on your home screen. But if you have the notifications turned on, we will send you a notification whenever it's time to manually open the app again, so you can not disrupt your earnings for too long. But yeah, get your double earnings, Thailand.
Yep, awesome. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, would love to see it.
Cool.
All right, Chris, you've been to Thailand many times, yes? He's like, I can't.
Yeah.
About it.
No. I'm not even joking on when Roz said, okay, let's do Thailand for Country Week. I said, no, we should wait until a week when I can actually go to Thailand for Country Week. I love sitting under a tin roof, smoking a cigar, drinking a good beer. It's a good time. It's a great place. You know, I never did the digital nomad thing. Certainly never called it digital nomad.
You totally did it. You just didn't call it that.
Well, okay, maybe before it was. It was when like mileage running was really popular. This was a while ago now, but Thailand and sort of the entire Malay Peninsula, that part of the world is really a great place. You know, if you're young and single and on a budget, and you've got that burn to see the world, that drive to see the world, go someplace like that. You know, rent a place for a week or two. I never did it for months at a time, but just take the laptop, go for a couple of weeks, and really try to, my thing when I travel, still today, even with a family, but certainly back then, was always just try to stay at a nice place, talk to people, learn a few phrases, eat the local food. Don't put yourself in a bubble. You went there to see another part of the world, so really see it and walk. I feel like the best way to see a place is, obviously from an airplane. But the most practical way to see a place is just to walk. You meet people, you see things, you get a much better feel for the place when you just walk.
I agree. Yeah, I walk everywhere when I go somewhere new.
Unless, of course, you're in Dubai in the middle of summer.
Yeah,
because you will die. It is so.
I've walked in Dubai. It's
just at night.
It shows you a lot about it. A place.
Yeah, you have to do it at nighttime.
Evening's great too, though. Yeah.
Yeah, the evening's great, but like daytime at 120 degrees, no. But
No.
nighttime at
Well,
90 degrees is perfect.
In the Gulf states and stuff like that, it's all there. It is very much a nightlife culture,
Mm-hmm.
a very different nightlife culture than in the U.S. But it's there's a lot of things happen in the evening once it starts getting cool, once the sun goes down. So absolutely.
Yeah.
These comments about Rosin's Thai girlfriend are hilarious. I'm sorry, just a little distracted here, just while reading them.
Oh. Well, okay, guys, if you are in Thailand again, you get double your earnings. Thank you so much for all of our, we love everybody from everywhere in the world. And so we're happy we're so excited to highlight different countries every week.
Yeah.
Excited to, this week, it's beautiful Thailand. And guys, the folks in Thailand, they are coming in strong on X. Saw a lot of representation. That's awesome. And I'm sure that they're behind the high view count this week. And really love to see it.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I wonder what I don't usually know what the next country is on Thursday when we do the stream. So I wonder, I'm sure Roz might know, but I wonder what the next country is. Because we do have to plan this someday where we can actually be in those countries. That would be awesome. Did we already do Romania?
Which one?
Did we already do Romania?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we should do Roz.
There's been a lot of pushing for like a Balkan week, or maybe even do a couple of the countries in this part of the world separately.
Well, Roz, I know you're here, Roz. Let's save Romania for when we have the summer of code or fall of code, when all the team could be there.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Fun, and then we could all be there together.
One thing we do as a startup is at least once or twice a year is we get together, usually in Romania, because we have people here in US, Turkey, Romania, and for visa reasons. And
we do Romania or Turkey, those two.
Yeah, Turkey can be good, but sometimes it's a little easier for people to fly to Turkey or fly to Romania. And so we spend like a week or two. We call it summer of code or fall of code. So we just work together and also cook together. That's actually the best part. So if you're just always online and you don't get to, it's really hard to make friendships if you're just on Slack all the time. And you really have to make an effort to get together at least once a year, and don't just work together. But I think it makes a huge difference in your just teamwork and building relationships if you actually cook together. Like go to a grocery store, make some food together, do a cookout, and then it's just awesome. So I recommend that for anyone who always works remote. It's you feel like don't spend the money. It actually is important. Like once or twice a year, get together, go buy some food together, and then cook. Don't go to a restaurant. Actually cook together. I think that's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm a very smart woman because I've surrounded myself personally and professionally with people who love to cook. And in my professional life, all of these guys are my very, very close friends. So I am very smart. I can clean. I'll clean the dishes. I do not complain about that, but I'm not so much of a cooker. So everybody else, I feel like really everybody likes to cook.
Yeah.
It's a team thing. We're good at it.
Yeah, we're all good
I'm good at eating it and cleaning it up. So it'd be nice. I have a friend who they just got a really nice house, and I was talking to the gal. I was like, "Yeah, we have a similar thing. We're like, I don't like to cook, but I'll clean. I'll clean it." But then it's like it's easy to say when you're living in a 1-bedroom or apartment. But then when you move into, let's say, a 5-bedroom house, then it's like, well, we got to renegotiate this now. I'm not cleaning the entire house for an omelet.
We're talking about whatever in the sink. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, it's just the kitchen.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's you're totally right, Jess. It's great to connect over food.
Break bread, but not just break bread, but make the bread together.
Yes.
That is the best important part.
Yes.
Goes a long way. Some of my best memories of our team is just actually getting together and cooking together. And it's also fun to do it right around a big release too, because it's already really stressful. And so it's a good way to you can get a lot done actually when you're just cooking together. Even you'd be surprised. There's a lot of conversating that goes on when you cook with somebody. Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you do something like a grill, or here in this part of the world, they'll sometimes make sort of a different version of a grill, but they'll make like stew over an open fire. You take a big tripod, hang a big pot, make stew.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time to hold a beer and talk about all the stuff that's been on your mind while you're waiting for one part to finish and the next ingredient to be added. And it's a very it goes back somehow very much to, like, I don't know, somehow something far back in what it means to be a human. We sit together around a fire and we cook meat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And in the days of being chronically online and fighting with AI bots, it's very important to do. And now
Yeah.
we're cooking in different ways too. This week we are cooking code, and a lot of it. Cooking pixels, cooking code, and a lot. Okay, well, I look forward to the next time we do. Maybe after this release on the 28th, God willing, or
Yeah,
whoever you pray
we
to.
get things out. Things are going
We
well.
do a team cook.
Yeah. So let's go over
Yeah.
it. Let's go over what
Go
let's
over
Yeah,
our
you can tell we have been so deep in things this week. None of us want to open up the backlog right now. This live stream is our hour of non-coding time, which is why I'm up here right now trying to figure out why this Docker build isn't succeeding. But anyway,
And also kind of like we're just like dragging it on. We're like, no, because if we end the stream, we have to get back to. I just want to chill for a second. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into product updates. That's why we're here, among a few other reasons. Great company included. But let's do some product updates. So for Prism, I had my quick update is I'm still on the light mode, but I was finished up the status pages, the different status pages last week for Prism. So now we're wiring all that up. So now we have light mode for that, as well as the different statuses, like the different designs for different statuses. So like if the site is down, or if it's pending, like it hasn't started yet, or if it's in maintenance, has performance degradation. Degradation.
Yep.
Am I saying that right? How come that sounds weird when I say that? Degradation.
Is that the word for you that when you say it out loud, you're like, I've got to be saying it wrong?
Yeah. Am I saying that wrong? Am I saying that
No,
Is that the word?
degradation is right. Ignominious is mine. I have a really hard time saying it out loud.
Which word?
Ignominious.
I don't even know what that means. What did you just call me? How rude.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm an ignominious. It sounds like an insult.
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay, I clocked that right.
It means like really a really shameful, and that's like going down in ignominious defeat.
Okay. Let's see. I know we're talking about Prism, but Raj just put this up here. We have badges coming up for live stream participants. So after finishing the Prism stuff, I'm working on the light mode for the Prism console.
Yep.
Then I'm going back onto Rocket Booster, which will, in particular, for the badges. So we've got some badge ideas to start off with, and working on it.
And I'll do a share screen too. So we have three things we're working to release at the end of the month. One is Prism updates. We're going to have billing. We have maybe 800 signups with the form people. So right now it's currently in beta, and so being able to turn on Stripe billing, which means we have like 19 features that are locked across 4 different plans. So it's quite a bit of work, but that allows us to actually start charging customers for it. And we have customers actually waiting to use some of the premium features, and that revenue does go back to buy back UPT and burn it, which helps the token price. So this is a big deal. This is exciting for us. It's a lot better work. I'm gonna just share a couple screens. Chris, go ahead and say something. Let me share.
No, I was just about to say we're right around the corner from launching a big new source of community revenue. That this is, we say, hey, the whole point of this is the passive earning. Well, for that to happen, we need to be out selling. And Prism, we've worked so hard on it. It looks so great. And the last piece of this was getting the billing working. And I asked this question. Jess, you and I were talking the other evening, and I asked you, why the hell does writing a billing system always suck so much? And you said, well, this and that. And I said, no, but think about it. All the years we've done this, all the times we've done this, it's just awful every time. And it's way better than it used to be. I mean, we're using Stripe, and Stripe is great. I have nothing affirmatively bad to say about them, but it's just It's just complicated. It's just complicated. And obviously crypto and all that kind of stuff has great things about it, but also does add a layer of complication to all of this as well, just in terms of technology required and so on. But
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's looking good, sir.
Yeah, so the Prism, we have prism.uprock.com. This is the staging server, so it's not all the stuff's not live yet, but you're going to be able to see finally some billing and usage things here. We've been really thoughtful about when to show pop-ups for upsells, things like that. This is why it's a little more complicated. All the copy, how to actually explain it. This is the first time an uptime monitoring service actually use real devices. Every other service out there in the world uses servers only or data centers. This is the first time it's real device tests, and this is actually the UpRock network. This is the valuable part. In the traditional uptime monitoring world, the servers are kind of commodity pricing that you can get a ton of them free. They're pretty cheap now. Everyone does it, and so there's all the added add-ons are actually the premium stuff, like what do you do with the logs and telemetry products. It's like built on top of the server monitors, but the server monitors today are pretty cheap. They're commodity, while real device tests are really expensive to run, or even running proxies, stuff like that. And this is the magic of the UpRock network. So 5,000 real device tests, those are actually you guys that are helping run uptime tests. And so we want to actually show that this is what you're paying for, and the monitors are going to be very generous bonus on top of the real device test that we provide. And so that's how the billing system model works as well. We have a secret developer plan. We're going to show you guys the code for this later. But this is what the page looks like. You'll be able to see kind of the difference between free developer growth, scale, and enterprise plans, what you get from it. So this is going to be amazing for you guys to go out and help promote it. Every sale helps UPT. This is actually the new billing page. Again, explains how we compare to other companies, but also really front and center is the real device monitors. So we always say for every real device monitor you get 10 generous bonus server monitors. Because again, like every other company has this part, no one has the real device monitors. This is the DePIN network, the UpRock network. So this is what you're paying for, and we give you bonus monitors, included. So this is exciting. This is all gonna be powered by Stripe. My Chrome just froze a second. Okay. You guys see that now? It's okay.
Because the screen is just too sexy.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're just improving the overall look of the status pages, and also the email and alerting system. Because when you have so many thousands of devices checking your infrastructure online, we can actually show you more nuanced messaging about not just up or down, but how fast is it, which networks is it slow on. Like we can just do a lot more. So it's just a better product overall. And then we want to present that better too. So Jen did a fantastic job making even our status page a little bit better. So you guys can see their current live version, but this is what it looks like now. So just it just looks so much more cool. Like this looks amazing. Like the top header, I thought was kind of stuck out like a sore thumb before. Now it just looks just really nice. And then we have an AI bot that actually summarizes your uptime monitoring for the day. So that's pretty cool.
It also looks better on smaller screens too.
Oh yeah. So mobile
really see that in this view, but yeah.
And you can see here, these are real. This is real devices. This is you guys that are testing someone's site, right? This is technically uprock.com, and every time we actually ping you or ping a device, it checks how fast it is, and then we burn some UPT, and then you also earn you some UPT. So that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then even the response times, this is all looking pretty sweet. And then we do have the server monitors because people still want to see how is it running on servers. But now you can get a difference of like how is my site doing from the server, but also from a real device, from a real person. Yeah.
There's some things I think I want to change on here. Looks better on my screen, but seeing it on this, like I want to change up I'd like to change up the background a little bit, but not be so colorful that it would be alienating for another brand. But I don't like the gray of those cards. I'm going to change that up a bit. But yeah, I love to see it in action.
And also a big part of billing is actually customizing status pages, so white labeling it. Those are all new features that are not live today. This is all stuff we're trying to finish by the 28th. So whatever doesn't make it, we'll release over the weeks, but we're trying to push that a lot. Like basically be able to go in, see the plan, put in your credit card, and actually start paying for some premium features. And then next step for us, for the team, is to actually follow up with the 800 plus signups we got and actually do sales calls, talk to customers, and win people over. So pretty excited about all that. So that's the Prism side of things. Then we also have a Rocket Booster. So maybe you should bring those screens up. Do you have those ready, Jen?
So, well, if you can keep talking, I will talk about something. I will get them ready.
Okay. Yeah. So Rocket Booster is our way to address the number one concern and complaint and feedback we got for the apps, which is how do I increase my earn rate? How do I change it? And it's just the most frustrating thing about the earn rates, the UpRock app itself, because you feel like you have no control over that earn rate. You have no idea what the device score even means. You know, we have for us, it really comes down to like, is the app running consistently? Is your internet speed good? Are you in a country that's not too heavily censored? Because if we can't actually load sites, then it's not very helpful for customers. And so that all ends up being a device score. But again, like, it's not very, there's a lot of frustration on how to make that better. Whereas we actually want you to increase your earn rate by doing some great things that help the community out. So for example, if you're playing games or doing surveys or referring friends and family, or any of those things actually helps earn revenue. And we use all that revenue to buy back and burn UPT, or we help deepen our liquidity pools. All those things help strengthen our token. And so we want to actually have all those actions directly show you how it impacts your earn rate. And today we don't even do that. And so now it's going to do that with Rocket Booster. Every action that helps the community out, every action that helps the token out, we want to actually impact the earn rate and show that, hey, you're bringing value to the network and the token. And so you should actually earn more too. So that's one big thing at UpRock. So it's more than just messaging, but it's a whole way. It's a whole all new APIs, a whole new way of like interacting with the app, keeping it running. We'll have like daily videos you can watch if you want to. So more ways to earn as well. And this is a sneak peek. So this is a big one. We're going to try to push as much as we can on a Monday or Tuesday, because it takes a day or two for the App Store and the Play Store to approve things. And we really want to show you guys on the next live stream. So whatever makes it on Monday and Tuesday, we'll make it. And then if whatever doesn't make it, we're going to have releases every week through the months of September. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Sean. So this is a sneak peak. You guys see here. Cool.
Like I said, there's many screens, touches many screens. Some of them are, kind of boring, like changing up the settings and the count settings and stuff. But yeah, and like you see here, we have the achievements. Those are the badges we were talking about earlier. So with the help of the Rocketeers and the Contribute to Earn group, we've got a handful of badges that we're going to start with. And so now just working on making the designs for the badges and getting those plugged in.
Yep. And you can see our Rocket chats in there too. So with the badges and achievements,
I'll put the Rocket chat.
We're gonna have an interface where eventually right now it's gonna be a one-way system where Rocket shares you messages of how to earn, and when we're on the live stream or new contests, stuff like that. Eventually, very soon, it's gonna be able to chat with Rocket. So it's gonna be our customer support channel. If you have any questions on what a wallet means, like half of our users are new to crypto, so you should be able to just ask Rocket, like, what's a wallet, what's UpRock token, things like that, and then also just have helpful tips on how to earn more, and that's what Rocket Chat's going to eventually evolve into. But in the first step of it is just going to be a one-way messaging center where you can see just like the latest and greatest stuff coming from the UpRock community and from UpRock itself, and feature updates and cool things from Saraz and the community ambassador program, stuff like that. So that's going to be one in a whole new section called Rocket Chat. And that's also going to be a fab button, so you can just open it anytime pretty quickly from the home screen. And yeah, so pretty excited. Another thing that this helps is, what's great about UpRock community is we increased from 10,000 to 20,000 installs per week. And that's about one of the best signs of a healthy community is that people really want to still continue to earn your token over time. And that's actually the one of the biggest metrics you need to care about. Like, no matter what the token price is up or down, if people care about long term, they're going to want to earn it and they're going to want to stake it. This is actually the biggest thing, because if our install numbers were dropping or people didn't care about earning token anymore, that's a sad day for us. That means no one cares about what we're building and what we're trying to, our technology. So the fact that it's growing is awesome. But when we do get those organic installs, we do want to do our best to convert them and have bigger community. And so another big part of Rocket Booster is in the UI, explain what's happening and how address a lot of questions like, how do you withdraw, or where do you withdraw, or when can I withdraw? What's device verification? So we have now in the top section a progress bar of like how much you have to earn before you can withdraw. That wasn't very clear before. It was just very confusing. So a lot of little things we're hoping to clear up some questions, make the interface very friendly for people who are new to crypto, make it a little more gamified so it's fun and you can kind of see your progress and you can actually see it's real, that this you can actually cash out. This is not like there's no gotchas here. Like you just play some games, do some surveys, keep the app running, and you can actually earn and you can actually cash out. So I'm sorry about that. Once we do these big updates, we are talking to about 3 to 4 viable gift card and payout companies where you can actually convert tokens to like gift cards. So basically more ways to redeem your rewards, more ways to spend them. And then looking at companies like that can do stuff like, because we've had a request for folks to cash out to like PayPal or Venmo or something too. So that's coming a little bit later, but this is the foundation of a better UpRock experience. And again, these UpRock apps, the more fun and more engaging they are, the more you can earn, but also allows us to have a more strong, vibrant network, which powers the Prism site, which we just shared. And so then we can deliver better product to companies that helps increase the revenue, and that revenue goes right back to the community. So this is the power of DePIN. Yeah.
There you go. And so these are some more sneak peeks. As Jesse was talking, I was trying to find I was trying to get some to share with you as he was talking about it. But yeah, this is the example of doing the cashing out for your first 5,000, because like again, people don't know what the limits are for doing stuff like this. And yeah, we have dark mode, light mode. I've also been kind of working on just the color palette in general too when I have free time, because I find it does look a little pink, right? With our purple, tends to look a little pink. But this is my free time, which is not.
I mean, I like it. It's kind of, but I've always liked our design work, so I think we're doing great.
Yeah. What about the color? I would just worry about like making it too pink. But I mean, if you guys like it, I like pink.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's good. It looks good, Jen.
Yeah. But anyway, it's this is a lot of the stuff that we're working on. As some new screenshots that you guys got to see today, like Rocket notes. We haven't shared these ones yet, but there's even more. So there's just a lot. There's a lot in the works. There's a lot to do. We're not going to get all of this by next week.
Well,
this is our goal. We're having between Prism and Crawler and this. I mean, we got a lot to do.
Oh, actually, Chris can talk about the Crawler.
Yeah, so let's do that.
The biggest.
I can. Well, we're kind of taking turns talking about different things. So yeah. So then, obviously, in addition to, unfortunately, I don't have pretty things like this to show off, because the Crawler is much more something that's based in the API world and the backend world. But we've got the latest version of that was built for production right now while we were talking on the call. It was supposed to be built before, but then the build was failing for some reason. But it's running right now, so it's up. Should be done in a few minutes. Anyway, yeah, we've actually been working with several of our early crawl partners. So we've mentioned before we had a couple people using it, but we've now been handing out API keys and example code to several people. In fact, I've got 2 more who are asking for example code tonight, which I'll be handing out to them. And this is actually great for a couple of reasons, because of course it's great that people are testing it and using it, but it's also great because that means one of my big things for next week is getting together documentation so that people can actually use this. Because of course, a crawler, in the future, we're going to be working on a great crawl user interface, just like we did for Prism. But obviously the biggest use case for crawl is from AI agents and from tools and stuff like that. So having great tooling for developers is a really great place to start. And of course, that means having good documentation. So every time somebody comes to me and says, hey, can you show me this example in a different language, or how would I use it from Python or JavaScript or Ruby or whatever, then that's an opportunity for us to write some example code and pull that together. So we're going to, each of these examples that I'm handing out to people, either exactly in the form it is now, or with a little bit of cleanup, is going to be right there as part of our documentation. So we're going to hopefully have a solid half dozen examples that people can just start with and run from there. And I think that's going to make it a lot easier for people to get started with the crawler, because it's not hard to use, but any system that's deeply technical like this is definitely easier if you see a working example than have to figure it all out on your own.
But also, Chris, I think it's good to mention, there's a lot of crawler products out there. I think one powered by the community is far superior. Today, they're all proxies, usually. They're expensive, they cost a lot, they're inefficient because proxies need to have an open port on the device all the time. It kills your battery. Just the way we do it, the DePIN way, is just more efficient, it's better, it's cheaper, and I think we'll win a lot more customers over from the old Web 2 world. But a lot of the crawler projects are also they are still, even some of the newer ones, they're still very developer centric, and that is not the future. The future is actually democratizing like amazing, like enterprise grade crawling for anybody. So you don't have to know how to code, and you should be able to
Correct.
and do amazing. You don't even realize if you've never had a conversation with someone who actually does this for a living, or crawl the internet like a data scientist. You don't even know if you have an access to a proxy network, what kind of scaling of just gathering of data you can do, and then what kind of crazy insights you can get to make better business decisions on anything. And so that today is not democratized. It's expensive, but also you have to be an engineer or know what you're doing and know how to run a proxy and know how to write the scripts or write the scraping code and know how to run check all the parameters, stuff like that. That is not where the puck is going. We want to make it so that anyone can actually have like the power of Google in your fingertips, like really awesome crawling. And then in this world, it needs to also be agent friendly. So you want to have to be able to have an agent do this on your behalf. And so one thing we're also doing is MCP. So maybe talk about MCP a little bit.
Yeah, well, so no, exactly. And so that's actually what I was going to say. I think a lot of the crawling products out there are falling into the trap of sort of being in the middle. So I think of it that there's sort of 3 levels of integration. There's the super low level integration. That's for hardcore developers, people who have a product of some kind and they need to build this in a very fundamental way. And that's via APIs, via low level calls and stuff like that. And obviously that's where we start. That's where you have to start with a product like this. And I think we've built a great version of that, and that's excellent. That's what we're handing out to people right now. And then the middle version is kind of like a power user interface where you have tons of options, and a lot of the time what people think about when they think AI. And we actually, a few months ago, we sort of showed off a version of this that we were experimenting with. And the feedback we got from people is, oh gosh, this is complicated. You're going to have a ton of training videos. And what I realized, and what we realized talking about this, is actually, if you don't want the super low level API version, you also don't want just that, but wrapped in a super complex user interface. What you want is the MCP. You want it directly integrated with your AI, where you just paste, just a couple lines once. You paste a couple lines into your AI, and it's now connected to your AI as an MCP server. So you then ask your AI tool of choice, hey, I need to do this crawl job. And it knows how to do that because it has access to the UpRock MCP server. And so we're actually affirmatively, we've sort of made it part of our product roadmap. We're not doing the middle version. If there's a particular super narrow use case that requires a custom UI, we're going to encourage the community to build that right on top of our APIs and put that out there. And that might be the perfect use for our grant program. But for most users, so for the people who are going to have a super high usage volume with a very deep technical integration, go straight to the APIs. Don't have to worry about a complicated user interface. Have the full power and control. And for people who are, every day, when you need to do research, you need to answer a question, you need to do something like this, we shouldn't be telling you how to do it. We shouldn't be telling you, like, you're going to have to learn this super complicated tool, and then it's going to change when we update our UI. Just drop the MCP right into your AI agent, and it's going to supercharge your AI agent with the ability to use the UpRock network that it can call out to whenever it wants. And so that's we're doing the low level integration and the high level integration. And we've decided we're not doing the middle integration, because what that means, if we do the middle integration, what we're effectively saying is, hey, we want everybody to learn our specific user interface. It's the perfect user interface. It's suitable for everybody. And the reality is it's not, and it will never be, because different use cases are fundamentally different. And just like, in a lot of areas, from music to cooking to things like that, there are apps that are very customized for how people use them and what they want, all that kind of stuff. And so anybody can build that on top of our APIs. And then on the flip side, for the absolutely generic use case, why should you have to learn a complex complex UI? And why should you have to set a bunch of buttons and settings and figure? I mean, I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but sometimes when I'm using a system or a program, there'll be some setting that's like, enable hyper confabulator, and I'm like, I don't know what a hyper confabulator is, and I certainly don't know whether I want it enabled or not. And then there's like a little tooltip help for that, and it's like, when you need hyper confabulation, enabling it will give you the most hyper of confabulations. And I go, don't understand any of the words in that sentence, and I still don't know whether to turn it on or not. And so the MCP takes all of that and puts it into your AI tool of choice. It should work with most mainstream AIs, whether it's, we know it works with Claude, we know it works with Gemini. I presume it will work with OpenAI. We haven't fully tested that use case yet, and probably with Grok. Well, Jess, you've been testing some with Grok. We were, but the point is, we're not, this is perfect because the MCP, the Model Context Protocol, which is what that means, it's a way of teaching an AI agent about how to perform a specific kind of task using a tool. The best way I can think of it is, if you guys remember that scene from The Matrix where he gets uploaded how to do Kung Fu, and it's like, ooh, now I know Kung Fu. Well, that's what an MCP is. If you install our MCP in your AI agent, now it knows how to UpRock. And how to crawl the web using UpRock.
When you need it.
And so you need it.
So like when you need to fly a helicopter, like in The Matrix, you just download the manual.
You just upload the program.
And then you know how to fly a helicopter. You don't need to hold it all, which is, you don't need to download the entire world's instruction manuals. You just download UpRock when you need to do a crawl job. Which is what's awesome about MCP.
Well, and the nice thing about MCPs is, in a lot of the AI programs now, you just leave them installed, and they only activate when it's relevant. So you don't even, it's not like you have to paste in the instructions every time. It just sort of sits there latently installed in your AI agent, and then when you say, oh, I need to research this, it'll be like, oh, I can use UpCrawl to do that. So that's what we're working on the crawler.
And another thing too, that why it's important to have a kind of an agent-friendly product here is that we're living in a with all these models, they're all very fast becoming multimodal, and every agent, that's the future of all of it. So every AI is going to be able to it's going to be cheaper and cheaper to scan videos, to read video transcripts, to understand audio, to spit out audio, to generate videos. Like, it's going to be all all that's going to get cheaper and cheaper. And so for us to think about what's the future of the next interface, it's we're going to bog ourselves down with that. What's better is actually allowing all these agents and specialized agents that are going to be really good at video, or specialized agents that are going to have interesting ways to do mind maps or different chart building. There'll be agents that will visualize data in different ways, and they're going to be able to crawl the internet using UpRock, and then they're going to create the interface. So we're going to just be able to power the crawling for all these agents, and we'll make sure that we also support multimodal, so that they're going to be able to find the videos they need, the transcripts they need, the podcasts they need, because then they're going to choose the UpRock crawling system versus another crawler API that doesn't actually do a good job of getting video, getting audio, getting all the different types of content that AI can actually digest and understand better and better and cheaper, and then actually synthesize it, analyze it, and then do some generative art or insights or what have you. And so this is so this next week, the core crawler APIs is what we're going to deliver on the 28th. Maybe we can do a terminal thing, because we don't have a UI for that yet. But
we're gonna show some of this off. We do have some control panels that we use that are kind of interesting looking. So we're delivering the core crawler APIs, and let's cross our fingers if I can get a demoable version of the MCP server working. We won't release it next week, but we'll show it off so you guys can get a much better idea of how that would actually integrate with stuff.
Cool.
Big one. So make sure to tune in next week. It's our
By the way,
high water, something shipping.
And we will dog food our own product. So the Rocket AI, Rocket Chat will actually use our own MCP. So if you want to talk to Rocket in the app, you can actually talk about full circle. Full circle here is that as you're earning UPT, you can also spend UPT to have Rocket crawl the internet to find deals or price alerts, just like again, like we want to democratize access. So we're gonna have our own little version of it. But again, the whole point is like we want to be able to be an agent friendly MCP crawler product. So yeah, this is the foundation. What we're working on. This is what the community's powering. This is the power of DePIN here. So yep.
All right. Well, just listing it all out. I mean, we already knew it was on our plate, and now you're saying it. I'm like, oh shit, we got to get back to work. We're over an hour now. We got to deliver, guys, by Thursday, by the 28th. So there's a lot we need to do. So we should be get going. However, before we do, I forgot to mention. I didn't want to do too much Q&A at the end of this, knowing that we'd have to get back to work quickly. But we do have some questions that came in on Discord that I think we could address.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's while we are on the subject of let's see, of Prism and Crawler. Let's see.
By the way, we also maybe just shout out to the DPioneers. If you are bullish about DePIN, and I think you should also check out dpioneers.com. Tim is doing weekly calls about that now. We're supporting other DePIN projects, and they're running some devices pretty soon. And I think they're going to do a first unboxing video and just talk about how that experience goes and how you can earn and support other DePIN projects. So
let's have Tim on the stream.
We should,
we had him a couple weeks ago, but let's have him back. Maybe we can make this like a monthly segment where he can give us give a rundown on DePIN what's going on there. Yeah, that'd be nice.
If you look at our avatars are DPioneer cats. Where is it at here? Oop.
And there's still some cats available to adopt.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you can't see because I think I was trying to share something. Are you trying to show? You trying to show our cats?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh wait, what cat? Just me.
Why
don't you highlight one at a time? So here's me. Okay, Jesse, now you highlight yourself so you can see.
That's it. Those three.
Don't do this to me. Rude. Okay, let's go into. So yes, before I go into the handful of Q&A, every Thursday or every Wednesday at 6:30 UTC, the DePioneers has their cat call, and I know I keep saying cat call. I don't think anyone likes it, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
I love it.
Jen, you're like, I'm gonna make it a thing.
It's gonna happen. You're like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not gonna happen. Rod's actually just reminded me. He said, "Did you see them bouncing?" And I can't find it quickly on X, so I'll just put it on Slack. So let me share my Slack real quick. So Roz also did this very fun animation with our. Oh wait, did we already show this with these guys?
No.
No, we didn't.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool? I love it. Anyway, how do I stop share? Oops.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Right. I love it. Okay, let's get into some Q&A.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm going to remove this. Okay, so stop sharing. There we go. One of these days I'll get used to this software. Okay, first question is, since we're already on the topic of tasks.
Yeah.
Man asks, webscaping tasks on UpRock desktop app soon?
Yes.
Yes.
So as Chris was saying, we have a few customers already testing out the API key that we gave them this week. When they start doing crawl jobs, they'll be sent to the desktop apps and the mobile apps for sure. So, yep.
Cool.
Right now, mostly. Well, so let me just revise and extend those remarks slightly. Okay. Right now, the most people are the most interested in mobile. So many of the first use case jobs, people are going to be sending them with a placement that requires it to be on mobile. That having been said, there are going to be some great crawl features that are only supported on desktop because of different platforms and stuff like that. Those updates will be rolling out in a few weeks after we get the first version of the API out. We do have some people who are interested in that as well, but it's not just trying to keep the biggest use case forefront. The thing that our community does that almost nobody does well is mobile. So that is where the most work is going to be. But
Yep.
for those of you who are on desktop, we are continuing to update it. We will have new features for especially crawl related features rolling out on desktop. And don't want to give necessarily a specific date on that because those are after we finish the current work, but should be in the next in the next couple months.
Yep. That's right.
Cool. All right. Next question we've got is also from, let's see. Oh, no, this is from, this is also in Discord. Two prongs. Can you please share on the call let me reword this. What would a project need to do to apply for the UpRock grant program now? And wait, let me repeat this. Let me repeat this. What would a project need to do to apply for the UpRock grant program now after the crawler and Prism are ready for live? Has anything changed?
Yeah.
And then the second part of that is, can we get an update on how our grant receivers are doing with their projects?
You know what? Let's go to the first one. Yes. Originally the grant program was a little, what's the word? Vague, generic. Little.
It was too open-ended. I don't think it was vague. It was just sort of apply for anything you think is interesting. And then the challenge with that was we did get some ideas that were interesting, but they seemed like they would have a really hard time dovetailing in with the community. And that was the challenge there. So I think what we've been thinking about is trying, there will for sure be more grants, periods where we sort of specifically, so obviously you can always write to us with a grant proposal and we will always consider it. But obviously, by and large, we're trying to narrow them down to things that really dovetail into the roadmap and sort of the overall community growth and health. And we will be doing more of those where we have a much more sort of clear prompt and where we think things are going to be really valuable going forward. Especially, so crawler's an interesting one. Definitely open to any ideas anybody has for grants around that, but we don't necessarily have that. But for, Prism is an interesting one, or Uptime is an interesting one, kind of more open-ended what that would be. For crawler, we are for sure going to have some,
I was gonna say.
I don't know exactly when, but for crawler, since we're releasing these great APIs, to definitely start building that middle layer, especially where it really makes sense to have a sort of a domain-specific or a type-specific crawler implementation that lives on top of that. Absolutely, that's sort of very core to the kind of thing that we would love to encourage through the grant program.
Yeah, I was gonna say crawler is going to be where it's at with the grants, because there's a lot of I already have a list of ideas of like that'd be great to open source that we'd like to help fund, of like someone using the crawler API and plugging into some of the other great tools out there, like it could be Zapier or Replete or Lovable. There's just a lot of really great tools to build apps or build interfaces, and they can all be supercharged with the UpRock crawler API. And so having like a library of demos or working apps using our crawler API, and then just open sourcing some projects so that people don't have to start from scratch and just say, oh, cool, this is how it could work here in this product or this app, or here's a perfect integration to code to like plug it into this service. We want to just have a list of those things. And if you were the first one to submit it and do a pull request, we'll give you the grant. Yeah. So I think that's crawler is going to be, which would be great because we want to get more specific and then actually reward them quicker. The second question, we did have that one company who made an agent for
Dalgent?
Yeah, Dalgent to check all the different DAOs and be able to summarize and analyze the different DAO votes that are out there that you're tracking and following. We haven't actually followed up with them since they won it. So I think that's a good question. So we should follow up with them, maybe have them on the live stream again and see how they're doing, and then give them a little shout out and give them some community love if the app is ready to get some testers.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. This was Sasha. Thank you for the reminder, Sasha, because we're also busy with our own updates, and it's nice to remember, take a step back and reach out to, or follow up with these grant receivers. It's been a minute since we had them on the stream. This was only the one time. I keep thinking, I say this a lot, I don't know if I've said it on the stream before, but I definitely said to you guys in person before, I can't believe it's only been a year and a handful of months since our TGE.
Yeah.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
And that's true for us. It's true for everybody. So let's follow up with Dowgen and see what's going on there, because I'm sure a lot has happened on their end as well. Or, you know, they've made a lot of progress.
This is why we're so excited about Crawler, like after a year, because this is a long time cooking.
Guys, yeah, it's like a lifetime, but it's really only been since RTG. It's only been it's been pretty quick.
This is we're so excited about the Crawler. It is our big product. It is what the DePIN powered network is going to. It is what our original vision was, to take the chaos of the internet and organize it and to get better insights and democratize it for anybody. And so, you know, I think we haven't even shared everything about our vision on that, which I think we'll do on the next call and over the month of September to show how we're building it differently. I think you guys are gonna be really excited about it too. We're super pumped. This is we're not doing it like anyone else. I think we're doing it how it should be, how it's where the puck is going. And so just super pumped about it. Yep. So
Oh, we got a Laurent.
Did you just make a hockey reference, Jesse?
I sure did.
Wait, did you? I missed it.
He said it's where the puck is going. I didn't even know who the puck was.
I've been saying that lately.
Or the sports ball reference.
Yeah. Laurent, it's good to have you back. Glad you're here.
Laurent, nice to see you.
It's we'll welcome you anytime.
Yeah,
it's a good time to see you.
That's right. The product revenue is growing, and like we said, next week billing on Prism, so it's only going to go up from there. And the Crawler is, we already have customers asking us, pinging us on Telegram and Slack, hey, is the API ready? So this is why we're so pumped. And we haven't even you guys shown you exactly like the full version of it yet. I can't wait to show you guys what we're talking about. But anyway, Crawler APIs is the first step. That's multimodal, you know, supports the multimodal future and also agent friendly. That's with the MCP.
Yeah. All right. We got one last thing. I guess this might just be a ticket, but we had a one last thing about possibly. Let's see. Oh, this is a UpRock thing. This is the mobile app, or not the mobile app, but this is not Prism.
Okay.
Might be something to look out for, I'm not sure if this is Android or not, but says that they have UPT staking when they don't have any staked UPT.
Okay.
Which sounds like a good thing for you, but yeah, not for us. Let's figure that out.
Free stakes. I love it.
Who doesn't like free stakes?
Wait, where are free stakes?
Yeah. I'm guessing if you're in the chat, if you can clarify if it's the website or one of the apps, I'll submit a ticket now and look into it this weekend. So
I didn't want to put the name because I didn't want anyone to bug you for your free stakes. So anyway, you know who you are. So I think you're in the chat. So okay, cool. All right, so those are there's a lot to do, guys. We got just like 7 days.
Yeah. So Rocket Booster kind of first version, whatever we can submit by Monday, Tuesday. It won't be all there, but it's going to be at least, we'll show you something decent by Thursday, next call. And then over the month of September, every week we'll release something, which would be great. And then Prism billing, first version of billing on Uptime powered by Stripe. And then maybe later on we'll do the crypto payments, but really just wanted to just good old fashioned credit card processing. So, and then Crawler API, the core Crawler API, which is going to kick off our biggest product that we're really excited about on the DePIN side, the demand side for the data. So that is all coming next week. Like Jen said, a lot has happened in 1 year, but it's all coming to, we love it when a plan comes together. And we're just getting started, we're really just getting started. So this is a pretty good live stream. It's always surprising when it has a lot more views than normal. We never know why, but we're so thankful for everyone for showing up and listening in,
Guys, let's do it again next week when we have when we could do a demo. Like maybe Christopher's gonna do something in a terminal.
Yeah.
Let's do this next week. Let's get these numbers up. Let's pump these numbers up. But yeah, I honestly wonder if did you just try to encourage people to come to our live stream by saying, hey, come watch Chris type away like a monkey with 2 fingers in the terminal? They love it, Chris. They love it. You are a sensei. They love. Yeah, just code, monkey code. No, we want to see you.
But you know the old saying that if you have you know, a million monkeys with a million typewriters, you'll eventually get the works of Shakespeare. Well, I'm just one monkey with one typewriter, but I'm working real hard on UpRock.
You are. He's a wizard, guys. He is I've worked with Chris for almost 2 decades now, and you are a true scientist and a total code wizard. It's always an awe to work with you. You know, I was actually thinking about this, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass because we need to ship something next week, but I truly mean this. You are a fantastic scientist and programmer. I feel like programmer is not big enough word for you, but anyway.
I think I like engineer because you like to solve problems.
Engineer.
You're an engineer. I feel like an engineer is a good.
No, I actually, I'll tell you why I like engineer. There is a great, there is a guy who posts on YouTube occasionally, and this is how you know he's a great engineer. He won't post a video for like 2 years, and then the moment he drops a new video, it has 1 million views because they're just that good. The guy's name is Bill Hammack, I think, or Hamachek, something like that. He's a professor somewhere in the Midwest. But he has this great sort of hypothesis that engineering, it's not truly being an engineer. A lot of people say the words engineer, but truly being an engineer, it's not, engineering isn't about programming, or it's not about building bridges. Engineering is a method. It is a method of understanding things that is distinct but complementary to science. So throughout the history of engineering, and even today with certain things, and AI is actually really bringing this back, we know that AI can have great outputs, but we do not entirely understand what is going on inside them. And so you would think, well, how can you possibly engineer with AI if you don't know what it's going to do? But the answer is we use the engineering method. He wrote a great book about this, by the way, as well. Anybody who's like hardcore into engineering, I strongly recommend his book. But then, you know, no plug there, no affiliation, nothing. Just it's a really great read. But it really does go to show engineering is a mindset and science is a mindset. And there is, at the intersection of science and engineering, cool stuff going on. And so that's kind of where the state of the art is. And so you really need both. You need to understand the science to understand the limits of where it is, as well as what can be done and what can be achieved. But you need to understand the engineering, because I actually think of engineering as a very practical thing. Science is about what can we conceive of. We can look at the stars and think about how they work, and we can, look at atoms and think about how they work, and all this kind of stuff. Whereas engineering is about taking that abstract knowledge and actually building something with it. And I love building things. It's what I love about cooking. It's what I love about programming. It's what I love about all these things, is actually making things.
Well, I think you have a very good set of practices, because you have the engineering mind. You're also scientific, but you're also artistic as well. I mean, you went to a liberal arts.
I did go to a liberal arts college,
and
my sins.
So it all goes very well together. I mean, if you just have, okay, here, I'll use this as an example. One year I bought a Nixie tube alarm clock, the tube. And it was definitely made by a guy who was an engineer, because all it was an alarm clock where the bulbs had the numbers in it. And the manual to just turn this thing on and get it connected to Wi-Fi was like 8 pages, and it still didn't work because it was just so confusing. I was like, this is a guy who's just an engineer. It makes sense for him and maybe other people who have the same mind as him, but it doesn't work for everybody else. And you know what? This ties right back, I'm realizing, to what we were saying earlier with output, with we were talking about with crawler. Or with the output, there's solutions out there now, but then the output might be easy to start the crawl, might be easy to get an output, but like the output that actually comes, what do you do with it? It's not easy enough for everybody to use.
But that's sort of the middle trap. If you're actually going to build one, you don't need a complete clock. What you need is some of the components. And if you just want a cool alarm clock, it needs to work like an alarm clock. It's great that it's cool, but just setting what time you're going to wake up has to be an easy task. I don't know if we ever talked about this. The very first year I was married, I was trying to figure out what to get my father-in-law, who's also an engineer, for Christmas. And he's sort of notoriously tough to give gifts for. And I built him a Nixie tube alarm clock.
Well, I was inspired by you. You told me about that, and I was like, "Oh, you know what?
Okay.
One." And so I found this guy in Arizona who was selling them on Etsy. And I was like,
It wasn't me.
It was Chris.
No, you're a good writer, Christopher. I would. It would be this long just on prose about
Nixie tubes.
Yeah, it wouldn't be introductions. You would get that part down. But anyway, yeah, I think that. Anyway, my point is, I think that it would be fun to have you go, next week, and people do want to see.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm excited to show off some crawling with AI. I mean, that's as Jesse said, part of what started this idea of UpRock was talking about. We had this concept. We called it pretentiously acta diurna in Latin, the news of the day, and the idea that there's so much information out there, and this was before the latest revolution of AI really hit, but you can infer so much just from what's out there, but you need to collect it all and you need to understand it all. The problem isn't that there isn't information out there. It's knowing what information and how to get it and how to put it together and do something useful with it. So that's the practical side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plan, when you have a crawl plan, this is the part that is actually complicated today. If you look at just try it out. Look up crawler APIs or a crawler product. A lot of them have a free version. The first interface will require you to be a data scientist or an engineer or some developer. And there's going to be, it's basically like generate your crawl plan. And you have to have parameters. It's going to be all these settings and buttons and little UI gadgets. And this is the part that we think we can abstract away, or the agent should do it for you on your behalf and just understand what your intentions are and what you need, and then actually create the crawl plan that's powered by AI. This is like, I think, democratized access to what it takes to do super crawling, and then better crawling plan, better decisions you can make because you have better insights. And then the second part, I think where a lot of crawler products fall short is, what is the payload? What are you actually paying for? And most crawler products you get a dump of like JSON files or Markdown files, or maybe a bunch of just files, and that's it. That's what you're paying for. We should take it a step further. Like, that's not what you need. What do you want? You want to do something useful with that. And again, make that agent friendly. So you shouldn't have to copy paste that into another LLM. It should just kind of do it for you in one kind of MCP protocol that will actually enable being better at crawling, help you understand how you can do better, more powerful crawling projects. And then when you actually get the crawl project back, the payload shouldn't just be a bunch of dump files, raw files. It should actually be something useful you can make decisions on. Yeah. And so that all in the world of AI should be multimodal, should be agent friendly, should be shareable, remixable, things like that. So really excited to share the first version of the next week. And then as we go into September, our next big deadline at the end of September is to show off some of the things that we're kind of like alluding to right now. But that's going to be in the next month. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you know what?
All right. I think we've definitely gone over time.
We've gone over time. All this work is giving me a lot of white hair, and so next week I will be fresh and youthful again. Well, I'll be well rested.
Why do you think I wear a hat? If you think we're going to be well rested by next week's live stream, we have set ourselves a hard challenge. And let's be honest, we know I'm going to be sitting there dropping F-bombs, yelling at the console, trying to figure out why the deploy isn't working until 5 minutes after. Anybody who's in this stream right now, if you want to take a guess how late next week's stream is going to start, and that the reason is going to be Chris was trying to fix the last minute deploy to make the demo work. That's how it's really going to go.
Yeah.
It's like that. Remember when he was it the Cybertruck when Elon had it on stage and he said this thing won't break, and then he threw a rock at it and then it shattered. The window shattered.
Yeah.
That's not how that happened.
There's a law for that. What's the law name again? Yeah, well,
it's the don't do live demos law.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a good one. Succinctly put. Okay, guys. Well, let's get out of here. We got to get back to work. And we'll see you guys next week, guys. We had a lot of views this week, so viewers on the live. So let's see if we can do that again next week.
Yeah, next week.
Let's just try to do that again next week because we got some great stuff to show. So you're not going to want to miss it.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Well, as usual,
we'll
see you next week on Thursday, 5:30 p.m. UTC. Christopher?
As always, thanks for spending your Thursday with us, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Oh, that was loud. Say it again.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Oh, let's go.
You know, I kind of like this music.
Okay.
I've got
Cheers,
used
everybody.
to it. Cheers. Bye.